This is ore, and while it may not look like it yet, this little baby has the potential to hold the world together in ways only recently found possible. Inside of this special rock are chunks of iron oxide. When heated in a reactor with limestone, these oxides can be reduced into iron. And when this iron is infused with carbon, or coal, something amazing happens. Steel. So what's the big deal with steel? Well, for starters, it's stronger, tougher, harder, and has about 1 million more applications than iron alone. It's so useful, there's an entire field of science devoted to it known as metallurgical engineering. Maybe they don't just look at steels all day, but that's a big part of it. So how do we ensure steel that's produced is high quality? Metallurgical engineers are employed in all steel mills in order to do just that. They get to take samples from each steel batch and then pull them apart, break them in half, and perform other tests in order to make sure every bit of steel that comes out of their plants is up to par. And they get paid well doing it. In fact, this job is rated in the top 10 salaries for college degrees. So if you like your math and science courses, you should definitely take a look. Steel is made in hundreds of locations across the US, and thousands more across the globe. In the last 10 years alone, China has more than doubled its steelmaking output. Why would steel be so important to a country like China? China is going through tremendous growth from what's known as a developing country to a first world nation. In order to build new buildings, roads, bridges, and factories, steel must first be produced in a variety of forms from sheet to beam. This variety of steel products helps to explain the great need for steel across the market. Giant steel beams are used to support the world's largest buildings and structures, such as the Empire State Building or Eiffel Tower. With so much steel being produced, you may have guessed that a lot of energy is used, and there's a potential for a lot of waste as well. Luckily, environmental laws and codes have been put in place in the United States in order to enforce cleaner manufacturing methods. Steel companies now use giant collection systems in order to cool and clean all exhaust gases before releasing them from the plant. Because of the large amounts of heat required to produce steel of any type, steel mills are usually placed beside rivers for cooling the machinery which handles the molten steel. We want to ensure that the people, ducks, and fish that live around these rivers are safe as well. We're glad for the willingness of steel mills to go green in helping to preserve our environment and standards of health. This radical growth of environmental standards and the huge need for steel products makes a career in steel appealing for its new green focus as well as its stability in a job market. The world will always need steel, and a job studying and improving steels is an interesting and attractive opportunity for students who excel in math and science.